So, free agency for the Seahawks has been very, very crazy so far. And there's multiple ways you can look at it. Some people say that I don't know. Like it looks like we're kind of going all in, but it also looks like we're rebuilding at the same time. Like it's very confusing what the Seahawks are doing. So, I've been posting a lot of shorts, but now I think it's time to give you my full thoughts on the free agency for the Seahawks. But I would very appreciate though if you like, comment, and subscribe. So hopefully I can kind of update the equipment around me though. I'm taking a bit of a new angle right now for the Seahawks right now. I know it looks a little bit weird though. We're gonna see if we're gonna upgrade before the draft. Now, also it would be also very nice if you could follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, which is so-called X. So it'll be Matthew Leininger. Leininger is spelled Leininger. Follow me there, and yeah, hey, you check me out and follow me. So, yeah, it's been a wild free agency so far for the Seattle Seahawks, though. It first started off with the release of Tyler Lockett, which wasn't really a big surprise, though. We had to pay Tyler Lockett about $30 million, and with the production that he gave us, though, it didn't really seem like it was worth it, though. Schneider and McDonald were saying that they were like they were thinking about bringing him back, though. And for me personally, the only reason why I thought they were bringing him back is because of loyalty. We ended up releasing him, though, and that ended up saving $17 million in cap, though. Now, it did bring upon a $13.9 million in dead cap, but saving $17 million was very good, though. And then, not even an hour later, wide receiver DK Metcalf requested a trade. Now, DK Metcalf obviously wasn't a huge factor. Okay, DK Metcalf, like, he didn't have his best year. He dealt with some injuries, though. Jackson Smith-Njigba stepping up, though. And it was very disappointing to hear that he wanted to leave, though. And then 2 days later, Geno Smith then gets traded to the Las Vegas Raiders for a third-round pick. So all of a sudden, it's like, whoa, what's going on here? And it did, and it did look like the Seahawks were trying to get a new contract going with him. Now, keep in mind, Geno Smith is in his mid-30s, obviously a very controversial figure amongst the Seahawks. So some people don't think he's that bad. Some people just cannot stand him. And apparently, Geno Smith wanted about a new contract that was going to give him about $40 to $45 million a year. Me personally, I don't think it was very worth it. And I don't think that would have been worth it. And I think Seattle knew that as well. So they shipped him off to the Raiders to be with his old head coach, Pete Carroll. So yeah, that's going to be fun right there. And then 2 days later, after that, Seattle Seahawks trade away DK Metcalf to the Pittsburgh Steelers for a second-round pick. And instantly, the Pittsburgh Steelers give him a 5-year, $140 million contract. And then what was even funnier is then that Russell Wilson was already said that he wasn't coming back to Pittsburgh. And then right after that, though, the Steelers announced that they have let Justin Fields walk in free agency as the Jets signed him. So I don't know who the Steelers quarterback is right now. I mean, they did end up signing Mason Rudolph, but I don't think he's going to be the number one guy. Obviously, there's a whole bunch of rumors about like them getting Aaron Rodgers. So, yeah, that's real funny how not Geno Smith, the DK Metcalf is kind of like, hey, I kind of want out of here, so I'm just going to go to the same situation. But then the Seahawks then go out and sign Sam Darnold to a 3-year, $100 million deal. So that was kind of crazy right there. And, like, obviously, Sam Darnold, very inconsistent quarterback, though. He was with the Jets. He got drafted by the Jets in 2018, went to the Panthers for a little bit. Was not very good there. Now, to be fair, both of those organizations are not well run, although Carolina looks like they're kind of getting things back on track a little bit with Dave Canales and Bryce Young, though. Obviously, David Tepper is said to be one of the worst owners in the NFL. Of course, talked to Jacksonville Jaguars fans, though, as he spilled his beer on them, though. And, of course, the Jets. We all saw what they did with Aaron Rodgers. So really both organizations are not the best run. He got to sit behind Brock Purdy for a year in 2023, and he had a very good year. And then the Vikings signed him, and it looked like he was going to be about a back. Maybe he was going to start for a couple of games as the Vikings ended up drafting J.J. McCarthy. But then J.J. McCarthy had meniscus surgery, and he was said to be out for the year. And Sam Darnold absolutely took advantage of this opportunity, though. Now, to be fair, though, his last 2 games with the Vikings were not particularly good, stinking it up in both games, only scoring a measly 9 points in each game to a battered Detroit Lions team. and a Los Angeles Rams team that was good, but probably not great, and was also kind of going through some inconsistencies as well. So now there's talks of he can't win the big one, but we all knew he was going to get a contract, and the Seattle Seahawks were the ones who picked him up and gave him a 3-year, $100 million contract. Now, what do I think of this contract? I'm actually not quite sure yet, though. When Sam Darnold was with the Minnesota Vikings, though, Kevin O'Connell is an offensive-minded coach. You got Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Aaron Jones had an 1,000-yard season. Their defense was pretty good, though. He had everything in front of him, and he took advantage of it, though. The Seahawks, on the other hand, well, we lost one of our best wide receivers in DK Metcalf, though our defense is a little inconsistent, and Mike Macdonald, which I like Mike Macdonald, is a defensive-minded head coach. So how good are the Seahawks going? So how good is Sam Darnold going to be with the Seahawks? Obviously, only time's going to tell, though. He is excited to be on the side of the 12s. And then we started to kind of build around him a little bit, though, sometimes on the offense, sometimes on the defense, though. We ended up signing Marquez Valdes-Scantling, former back-to-back Super Bowl champion, though, with the Kansas City Chiefs, and we gave him a 1-year contract worth up to about $5.5 million with incentives. What do I think about this? I think it's a solid signing, though. We're obviously not paying him a whole bunch of money, though, and it looks like it's pretty short. But if we want to bring him as a number 3 receiver, that's perfectly fine. I'm not going to have a lot of problems with it. Now, while all of this was going on, though, we did end up bringing back Ernest Jones, which I loved. We also gave him an extension. I believe it was a 3-year, $55 million deal. And as soon as Ernest Jones came to Seattle, our run defense instantly got better. So I love the fact that we got to bring him back. Though we also brought back Jaron Reed, Josh Jobe, and Cody White. And then we let Stone Forsythe and Trey Brown walk in free agency, which, yeah, I'm not really going to miss you guys very much. And then, obviously, one of our biggest deals that we signed was DeMarcus Lawrence from the Dallas Cowboys. And we gave him a 3-year, $42 million contract. Now, of course, there has been some beef with DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons. Did DeMarcus Lawrence have to say he wasn't going to win a Super Bowl with the Cowboys? Probably not, but I also don't even know if he's going to win one with us either, though. But maybe we'll surprise people. So that was kind of fun, though. And we also brought in Josh Jones from the Arizona Cardinals, though, a 27-year-old. And, yeah, like we got to boost up. Seahawks got to boost up that offensive line. Our offensive line has not been good for forever. And then you got another controversial contract that we just happened to go through yesterday. Hopefully, free agency. We're going to die down for the Seahawks after this, though, is signing of former Super Bowl MVP Cooper Kupp. The Rams ended up releasing him. He's had multiple injury-riddled seasons, though, but he did have that phenomenal 2021 season where he was the Triple Crown winner, though, caught the game-winning touchdown Super Bowl and won Super Bowl MVP. And we ended up signing him to a 3-year, $45 million contract. I'm not the biggest fan of the contract, though, but the fact that we got to bring him in and steal him from the Los Angeles Rams. First of all, Rams fans are probably really happy about that, though, which... yeah, sucks to be you guys. Although they ended up getting Devontae Adams, which I actually thought was actually a pretty good move. But yeah, Cooper Kupp is a good player, though. But he's also 31 years old. Just as I said, injuries have kind of riddled him a little bit, though. So to pair him up with Jackson Smith and Jigba and Marquez Valdes-Scantling, I think it's fine. But I still think we need another receiver because Scantling kind of out there in age, injury prone, and then Cooper Kupp injury prone. So, I don't know if this is going to fix all of our wide receiver problems right away, but I do think we need to look into wide receiver in this upcoming draft, though. Now, the good news is that we did end up getting 2 extra picks, though, both of them in day 2. So our total picks for this upcoming draft have now bumped up to 10. And I overall think that's actually pretty good, because the picks that we got are in day 2 and day 3, and Josh Snyder is usually better in day 2 and day 3. So what do I think about the Seahawks free agency? It's been very up and down. I think I would probably give it like a B or a C right now, but obviously we're not going to know how each free agency signing is going to turn out till basically the end of the year. So we're just kind of in the middle of the road, but Seattle's kind of been in the middle of the road for the past couple of years, so I'm not sure how well it's going to be. But anyway, though, I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel, though, and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and I'll see you guys next time.